The Knicks have signed John Henson to a 10-day contract today. Right, Steve Popper announced, a couple hours ago that he's hearing that the Knicks would sign John Henson to a 10-day contract to fill that final roster spot, and it indeed has happened. The Knicks made the announcement that they've signed John Henson. I doubt that he's going to be available for tonight. Maybe against Boston he'll be available. Pretty sure these guys are going through COVID testing and things like that while they're not, while they're not signed to a team, just so that they have it available in the event that they are signed. I'm going to tell you what, we were just talking about Obi, and, Obi better continue to come with it because John Henson can play center, and he can also play power forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He can shoot a little bit from the perimeter. He can rebound. He can play defense. He's a guy that's pretty versatile, and, if Obi's not on his game, John Henson could come in and get some of those power forward minutes, from that backup spot and give you a steady, play defense, block some shots, and give you some steady production night in and night out. He's not going to give you 15, but he can come in and give you 8, 9 points night in and night out in a way that I think Tom Thibodeau probably respects a little bit more than maybe Obi. You know what I mean? And, he can give it to you on the defensive side. Josh, I'll start with you. Any thoughts about John Henson and the signing? We got two of these guys, but I don't think that they duplicate each other.
I think John Henson to be situational. I think, as far as, the rotations are concerned, I think we're pretty set. But, if we lose a guy gets injured, we lost Pell or Norvell Pell, so I think Henson to be in to fill some of those minutes. And I do agree that, if Obi doesn't continue to play well, he won't, see the court. So I just think it's a situational pickup, and they basically had to make it for some depth purposes. But I think a solid signing, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I see somebody said, Andrew Jones, he said, Obi isn't worried about no John Henson. Well, if he's not worried, he should get worried. Because John Henson is a vet that can play basketball. So I'll just say that. Steph, any thoughts?
On Henson, I mean, like everyone is saying, he's situational. Let's see. One of the things I'm noticing about Tibbs is you have to earn his glance almost, because even Pell, it seemed like he didn't want to sign him. It seemed like they had to convince him to sign him. Then when he got in and he played those 2 minutes, came back with a broken thumb, got 2 block shots, maybe he earned some more time if he could be healthy.
Right.
So I think with Tibbs, he pretty much closed ranks, and whoever they bring in is situational. And when that situation comes up, you better do what Henson did. Break your finger, score a basket, block 2 shots in a row so you can see the court again, because he's serious. He didn't close ranks, in my opinion.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Julito, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with everything everyone is saying. I'm not too worried about guys that are going to be at the end of our bench because they're probably not going to see playing time, like everybody said. But Obi needs to beware. Obi needs to beware. I really think, I really believe Tom does not trust Obi. And when playoffs come, I will be surprised if Obi's, sees any floor time, because we got people like John Henson. We got people like Taj who, even though we watched Noel and Taj play 4 and 5 and it looked horrible, I think Tom is going to go with who he really trusts. And as we know, Tom trusts vets, man. And Henson should be scary for Obi. But I hope that this pickup does for Obi what picking up Rose did for Peyton in that 2-week span, right? When we got Rose, Peyton went off. He got like 20 in the 5 games after that. He was doing a little bit of everything. It inspired him to play better. So I hope if Obi's smart enough, he knows that Henson is someone who can likely take his minutes and turn up. Obi, tonight is an amazing opportunity. I don't even know who the next 4 would be coming off the bench. I believe it'll be Jeff Green. But it's an opportunity, right? The next bench isn't like the greatest, their front court. So let's use this as an opportunity, Obi. If not, You got John Henson, who's almost 7 feet. He can hit a mid-range shot. He defends. I'm just nervous because he hadn't played in about a year. He wasn't on anyone's roster. So that anytime a guy is not like no one wants him, or not no one wants him, but no one's giving him an opportunity to be on the team, I'm always nervous about that. But give that man John Henson the right opportunity, he's gonna turn up. So Obi, turn up.
So he did play last year, Julito, for a few games last season. John Henson did. Yeah, for a few games. He averaged 7 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 1.1 blocks per game. He shot 55% from the field, but he only shot 22% from three last year. And that was split between two teams, though. He shot 40% for, I think it was Detroit, and I think he shot like 19% for Cleveland. So, I guess you can take it for whatever that's worth. We know that he can shoot it. Let's put it like that. He's a capable shooter from that distance. For his career, he is a 25% three-point shooter. So maybe he's not that adept at shooting it. He's had a couple of seasons where he shot well. One season he shot 35% from the three-point line. How
old is he, Sam? How old is he?
I think he's 30. Yeah, so
not bad.
Yeah, he's 30 years old. 6'9", 219 pounds.